This episode is sponsored by Dust Chasers LLC. Is a Tampa Bay-based facility management service. They partner with clients to improve and maintain workspaces. Packages include janitorial services, electrostatic disinfectant spray, power washing, landscaping, window cleaning, and light painting. DC LLC is your one-stop shop for all your facility needs. Get white gloved approved today, where you can find Dust Chasers on Instagram, social media platforms at Dust Chasers LLC, and also for a free quote, please contact them at dustchasersllc@gmail.com. Hello everyone, welcome to the Pepe Experience Podcast, my podcast for you guys to get to know like I know him, a Tampa native, a person I'm very proud of to know and to be family and to call family. I want to introduce Denard Span. Thank you to the show, bro.
Yes, sir, man. What's up, big bro?
What's going on, dude? I finally caught up with you. Today, man, I want to kind of come into my life of the people that I know and introduce everybody that I know in my life and that I look up to or for advice. We family. So
Most
I'm
definitely.
very proud of you.
I appreciate
so that's
it.
why I really want to put you right here on the show and just let everybody know who you are, where you came from, your process, your travel through everything, and just your success story. Let the people know who you are. Can you kind of tell them exactly what area you're from? You're originally from Tampa, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Grew up right here in Tampa. Grew up in the north side of Tampa in Carrollwood, and grew up in a single mother home, and just me, my brother, and my mom, and it was a solid lifestyle that we had. A lot of lessons that my mom taught me, as far as just hard work, whatever you want in life, going and getting it, and we had each other as far as our family, but it was a great life, but it led me to all the things I was able to accomplish in the game of baseball.
Yeah. So let's go back to that of your childhood. I know you was let me just tell you how I know Denard. His mother's a pastor. Now she's way high.
Still a pastor.
A pastor.
Yeah, we go way back.
A great pastor.
Yeah.
My man right here, we used to be in church. I used to see him running around and stuff like that, being on the back bench.
Sleep.
I went through my process of going to sleep on that bench too, bro.
Yeah.
So, but we were there. We were in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes back then we didn't have a choice really.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all getting up.
We got to go to church. That was the thing. I mean, we had no choice growing up in my house. I don't know about you, but
I didn't have a choice either, bro.
Yep.
So, but I think that helped out to who we are to this day. I think that really, made us how we are in our mind frame. And I think at that age, and so if some kids and some people, they don't grow up in that, and then they out here in this world. It's a crazy world out here with all the kind of different things coming at them. If you gotta have, a little.
I would say faith.
A little faith in you.
Yeah, nice backbone, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thankful to my mom. I'm thankful to God that He gave me a mother that was a praying mother, a spiritual mother, someone that at that time when I was a kid forced me to go to church or made us go to church. But it set such a good foundation, for me and a lot of the things that I live by. Today is because of the way my mom raised me in the church, and that will never leave the individual.
Yeah,
that'll never leave me.
It shouldn't, bro. It's just, it's gonna stick with us forever. But like I say, I know when you were younger, I used to watch. I used to hear all about you. You was what is it? Basketball, football, baseball. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you start playing baseball
at the age of 5.
So pretty much. Ooh.
It was about 5 years old.
And football too?
No, I started playing football at 9. Basketball 5-6 years old.
Oh, you was putting in work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My mom made sure that she signed us up at an early age and kept us busy, and she thankfully she was a sports lover, and so I think she just wanted to keep us out of trouble.
It was so crazy, bro. I started at the age of 10.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, at the age of 10, bro. I started a little late, I feel like, but
Yeah.
I guess I was okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you turned out good too.
I turned out all right.
Yeah.
But back on you. So with that, playing all those sports, and where did you decide that? I know you had opportunity. You was a great football player too. You had opportunity to go to many colleges and stuff like that. So what made you pick baseball? Or
can we rewind a little bit? Can we rewind a little bit and just and kind of let everybody know just a story of you and I, and we went back to just like those church days, and I remember being maybe 7-8 years old, and you getting drafted. And I
was that young, bro?
Probably, yeah. We ain't gonna disclose your age on camera today.
No, we're not gonna do that.
But yeah, I feel like I was. I mean, what year you get drafted? 93, 94?
It's 94.
94. So then, yeah, I was 10 years old.
Wow.
And so I just remember at that age not like fully understanding like the draft process. You know what I mean, and the minor league process and stuff like that. But all I knew was somebody that went to my church had just gotten drafted, and he was a professional baseball player.
Yeah. And
I can honestly say, like, you were the first like professional athlete I ever came close encounter with.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, man, and somebody that I looked up to. So I feel like before we move forward to my journey, I wanted to make sure that everybody knows that, like, before I got going, it was me looking at you and saying, I want to be like this guy right here.
Yo, man.
You know what I mean? And you carried the torch and you passed it on to me, and you made it visible for me to see that, man, like, this is something that can be obtainable.
Yes, sir.
So, all right, go ahead. Now back to me now.
Now, but hey, I really appreciate that, bro, because it's good to, you never know how you influence people in life or how you inspire. I know you inspire a lot of people. I know I do. Yeah. I can see it, and I can see some of the things that people are pushing out that they probably came from around this way, but a lot of people can't. They don't give them their flowers and be like, yo, bro, like, hey, man, just like what you said.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do nowadays. Like, I still look at people that's ahead of me, under me. I don't try to think I'm too high or too low. I'm just cool with everybody, bro. I just want to be cool with everybody, bro. I don't care if you got $1 million. I don't care if I only got 500, whatever. But I appreciate that, dude. That really meant a lot coming from you, man.
Yes, sir.
I
meant it, man.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, that's love.
So back to what we were saying with you. How did you decide you could have went to colleges or anything like that? And also, obviously, people, the baseball teams were looking at you in high school, scouts and everybody. So you had colleges, football, big schools.
Football and baseball colleges looking at me. Yeah. And then the professional scouts, pro scouts started coming to look at me towards the end of my junior year, going into my senior year. Truth be told, like, being here in Florida, growing up here in Florida, football is number one.
Yeah.
And so for me, like, even as a kid, I always dreamed of playing college football on Saturday. And so, I put more energy, more time to my craft in football than I did in baseball. Baseball I was always, a really good athlete, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just came natural. But football, I was a little smaller, so I had to, put more time in the weight room, work more on my craft, like I said. And so that was where my focus was. And baseball was kind of one of those things where I just did. You know what I mean? And then when I got to 11th grade, scouts started taking notice of, my ability on the baseball field.
Yeah.
And then everything just kind of, flourished.
You was like, whoa, like.
I started getting more attention in baseball, right? And so that's why I always tell kids, man, like, don't just specialize in one sport, because you just never know, where God is going to lead you. You know what I mean? Your favorite sport might be soccer, right? But if you put yourself in every other sport, which is going to make you a better athlete, you're going to increase your chances of, more opportunities.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's like in life and investment, everything. Like the more seeds you put out there, the more opportunities you're going to get.
Going to come back.
Exactly.
I try to tell all the parents that I talk to and everything. They be like, "Yo, Pep, what about the kid?" They be asking me about baseball and stuff like that.
Playing year round, right?
Yeah, it's plays year round. But yo, man, throw them a basketball, throw them a football too, because you never know what they're going to come out. Like, you throw them 5 things and they might come out of there with 2. You just show them one. that might not be it for him. So
definitely.
you know, you got to feed that energy to him. I know we're on like a little, not a time limit, but I know you got to report to the Trop because you're back with the Rays. So when you got drafted by the Twins. How'd you feel, man?
Dream come true, man. Like, I remember that day just being an emotional day. You know, just everything that I dreamed of since I was a little boy.
First rounder,
being able to experience it with my family at the house, and just the best feeling in the world, man. Even at such a young age, it was surreal.
It was real, right?
Oh yeah. So how about you? Like, how was it for you?
Dude, I graduated the day before.
The draft?
No. Yeah, I graduated high school the day before.
Okay.
And the draft was the next day. Pops was like, "Yo, Pep, I know I was getting looked at too. You know, it's from 9th grade all the way to 10th grade and all that stuff. But I remember the story. He was like, "Yo, Pep, don't hang out too tough. You know, that night, I got a room. You know, I graduated. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, don't hang out too late. The draft's tomorrow." So I was like, all right, yeah, Pop, whatever. You know what I'm saying? All right. So I got home kind of, I don't know, early at 10 o'clock, something like that. And I was laying on the couch in the living room, and the phone was ringing, right? So I picked the phone up. "Hey, what's up? Hello, may I speak to Pepe?" And I'm like, "This is him." And he was like, "Oh, this was my what was it? It was my scout. They called me." So I'm like, "Pop," and then we like looked at the time, and the draft didn't even start that long ago. But I went in the 5th round, 4th pick or whatever. But it's still a blessing.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of amazing. Going through the negotiation process was kind of crazy. We shut them down like 3 or 4 times. They kept coming in with that how when they first come in, they come in, well, not probably with you, but when they try to negotiate, they come in with a bag, they come in with a catcher's mitt, they come in with some cleats.
They trying to lure you in.
Yeah, hey, leave that here. No, we can't leave that here until you sign the paper. So it was a joyous day, man. My dad was proud, my mom and them was proud, so that made me feel like, okay, boom. But I was, like I say, I was just playing the sport, and it just started falling in the lap,
Just having fun, right?
I was just having fun, bro. I didn't think of it as I wasn't thinking like, I always wanted to be a professional. That's what we shoot for when we were a little kid with all these baseball cards.
Most definitely.
We just want to get to the big leagues. But you don't know how that travel is from rookie ball to A ball to double A.
Well, that's why I said when you got drafted, I didn't understand the minor league process. And what all goes into that. Everybody thinks that when in baseball, at least, when you get drafted, all of a sudden you're in the major leagues, and that is not the case.
Well, I'm glad I gave you a little bit of into that, because you remember I used to come back home on the off season and stuff like that. Well, back to it, we used to think the shoot was just to the big leagues. They don't tell you on the baseball cards of how he was in, had to work his way, how many years he was each level. So with that process, tell me how it was that, man, in your first couple of years in the minor leagues, man.
Boy, it was tough.
You played in Elizabethan.
Yes, You played in Johnson City, right?
I played in Johnson. I played in Johnson City, but we played over there. Did y'all still have that heckler? It was an old. Hey, I'm talking about.
Same dude. I feel like didn't he used to wear a hat or something like that?
I think he used to wear a hat.
That was ages ago. So I can't remember vividly.
It's probably a different guy.
I remember he used to sit. I can't remember where he used to sit at, but he would make these funny noises, right?
Oh man!
And he would cheer for the Elizabethan Twins, but then he would also heckle the opposing team with all these weird noises and weird chants that he had. I do remember him. I actually do.
I can't
remember his name, but
I was a catcher, bro, and I don't know, the field probably changed then. I don't know. The backstop wasn't too far back
from the stands,
from the plate. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it changed or anything, but he used to get on my nerves. Because he used to be like right there.
I was glad he was on our side.
Oh man, yeah. But so the first couple years of mine is like, how was it, man?
It was tough. I mean, I was an 18-year-old kid on my own for the first time. You feel me? And just trying to navigate through life. Dealing with like real life situations at such a young age. You know what I mean? Like most kids at 18 go to college, and they're surrounded by other kids that that are around the same age, and they're dealing with the same thing. But coming into professional baseball at 18 years old, you're treated like an adult. You know what I mean? And this is I don't want to say a cutthroat business, but it's a business. And if you don't produce and you don't put up,
you found that out really early.
They get you out of there, right? You know what I mean? And so It took a couple years for me to kind of, get settled in, if you will, but it was part of the process. I wouldn't, looking back on it at the time, I hated it, but looking back on it, because of what I had to go through in the minor leagues, it helped mold me into the individual that I am today, and helped me to be the Major League Baseball player that I was as well.
Well, yeah, man. You caught on really fast. I was still thinking I was having fun my first couple of years, but then it caught on probably like 3 or 4 years, bro. The best player don't necessarily gonna play, bro.
Nope.
Your manager might have a stiffy with you or something with you, and he gonna make you feel it sometimes, But you're wondering why you're not in the game, do you feel like coming up that you ever had to we all struggle at some point. It's real talk. All you gotta bat 300, 3 out of 10.
And you're successful. So yeah.
So how was that? What was your worst struggle and adjustment that you had to make in your minor league, coming from just say A ball to AAA?
I think for me, like learning what type of just learning what type of individual I was, and I say that to say like just learning, what it took for me to be locked in and be focused as soon as I walked through that door. Learning how to compartmentalize, personal things that were maybe I was dealing with in my personal life. Mm-hmm. I realized that I couldn't bring that baggage to the stadium. Once I walked through those doors, it was about business. I had a routine. I had a regiment, and I had to make sure that I was all the way locked in. So basically, I learned that I was not a good multitasker. You know what I mean?
You figured that out
at a very young age.
Yeah, because I think I am, but now I'm starting to do so many different things. It's like, dang, dude, like sometimes I just gotta go check off a list. But that's cool though, man. It seemed like you catch on pretty quick, and you kind of and know what you got to do. And did you have any troubles with your teammates, bro, being a first rounder?
Yeah, of course. There was some jealousy and some some people that would try my manhood, if you will. You know what I mean? Like trying to debo me, if you will, because I got more money than them. Hey, you should be paying our rent, or you should be why don't you get us some cable? And I'm like, no. Like if we living together, we gonna split this 3 ways. You know what I mean? Or just so it was little stuff like that, and or people thinking that, hey, he's not that good. How did they give him all that money and draft him in the first round? You know what I mean? So I had to deal with all those pressures and all those different obstacles. But once again, like I said, I took it with a grain of salt, and it helped me to be the man and the player I am today.
They most definitely try to get you out your pocket, bro.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you had to deal with the same thing.
Yeah, and it's just part of it. Coming from different parts of the world, different hoods, and all that type of stuff. And yeah, man, I got it. You got to. You know what I'm saying? You got to stand up. You know what I'm saying? Because if they try to take over you and talk to you crazy, they're gonna try to continue. You got to nip it in the bud.
Most definitely.
So with your travels up, you got drafted with the Twins and everything. What do you feel like? How did you like Minnesota, man?
I mean, Minnesota was like home for me. You know what I mean? Like I enjoyed my time there. I was there for 10 years, 5 years in the minor leagues, and then 5 years in the major leagues. And but yeah, Minnesota, that was like home for me. You feel me? And that was the team that taught me how to be a professional. You know what I mean? They taught me how to work. They taught me how to play the game of baseball. So Minnesota, I owe everything to them, because they're the first team that believed in me and gave me the first opportunity. So they hold a special place in my heart.
Exactly. Like have you ever hit for a cycle?
No, I came close. And honestly, I didn't even realize I was close to a cycle, because I held up at second. I needed a triple, but I didn't realize. Honestly, I was just such in the zone. And
you don't look at it for the credits.
I wasn't even, because I could have tried to stretch it into a triple. Yeah. But I stopped at second, and partly that reason as well, because I was dealing with some injuries. So I wasn't moving, as well as I normally did. So, but yeah, I came close.
So not even in the minors?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah. You hit for cycles?
Man, I hit 2 cycles when I was in independent ball.
Oh,
bro.
Really? Okay.
Hey, you know, it ain't no video or no YouTubes.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, man, nobody's recording nothing back in the day, man. Nothing's going on.
Yeah, right.
But who was your next team after that?
I went to DC for 3 years.
DC.
Oh yeah.
That was nice.
Oh yeah. DC was probably, out of all the places I played, probably my most favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I think I was just at the right time of my life. You know, I've been in Minnesota for 10 years, which I love, but you know, it was time for a change. You know what I mean? I feel like I had outgrew Minnesota, and you know, I got to DC, and you know, I was in the prime of my career, prime of my life, and they were just the right organization for me at the right time, and I feel like I flourished and played good baseball there.
Yeah, well, that's awesome, bro. Like, but you play different outfield positions, man.
No.
You never. I've seen you. I've seen
at
you
the end
switch.
of my career. At the end of my career.
What, I mean,
last year, I started playing left field.
Just your last year?
No, you're right.
I've seen you, bro. I've seen you not just in the middle, bro. I can't pick if it was left or right.
My rookie year.
I want to say left.
My rookie year, I played all three outfield positions, and I was basically like the everyday, what they call utility outfielder. I was in the lineup every day, but I played a different defensive position in the outfield.
All that mattered that you was in the lineup.
And I was a rookie, so I'm like, I will do anything to stay up here and not go back to the minor leagues. But yeah, after my first year and a half, then I started playing center back, which I did in the minor leagues, all through the minor leagues, and then up until my last season, I played left field my last year.
Like these young kids, what would you tell them to kind of to get where you're at, like, you know, to really stand out in high school and other places? What would you tell them the most important thing that they need to do?
Work. More work. Keep working. And after that, keep working.
More work.
Just work. Yeah, you gotta outwork everybody, man. Like when you get to a certain level. Well, let me rewind that. Like your talent's going to get you to a certain level, right? God has given us all ability and talents, but when you get to a certain point, I believe that what separates all of us is who wants it the most, who's willing to do the most to be the best. Yeah. So, yeah, who's willing to outwork?
Who's willing to outwork
the competition? Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I know what. Also, you played for the San Francisco Giants. Yep. Was that your biggest contract?
It was. Yep. That was right after I left DC.
But you earned that. You put your work in.
Oh yeah, most definitely. At that time I had been in the major leagues for 6 or 7 years. So 7 years of being in the major leagues before I got my big payday, if you will. Yeah, that's what you deserve, bro. Like a lot of people don't know how much it takes for you to, you know, like what we were saying, when you first get drafted or whatever, you first round, second round, the more money. But back in the way that I'm sure everybody gets kind of paid the same check-wise, maybe. Yes. But the only thing that separates you is the
your
signing bonus. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
So when you were saying people need to tell you, you need to do hey man, you should be doing this, dude, we're all getting paid the same. Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know, but that was a big time for you, man, and I bet you it was just for that. Just we don't need to disclose no money or whatever, but it was a big lump sum, bro.
Most definitely.
And did you know that's when you were? Is that when you think you were good? Or you just like, nah, man, I need to amp up. This right here, I can keep going, and I can deserve more. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, yeah. I think what separates the great ones as well is also, you know, never being content and never being satisfied, even when they hit a lick. You know what I mean? And just like I said, just never being satisfied. You know what I mean? Even though when I signed that contract, you know, it felt nice. To get rewarded for all the hard work that I put in over the years. Like, I'm from 5 years old all the way up to now I'm 31, 32 years old.
Yeah.
But it was like, you know what? Like, you know, I'm gonna try to outplay this contract, and you know, it's not gonna slow me up just because they gave me this money.
Yeah. Then your next team was Tampa Bay, right?
Yeah. That was my last year.
Seattle.
Yeah. Last year. That was my last year.
I know we're on the time, but I wanted to say, how was it when you came back home to Tampa?
Oh, that was another dream come true. Just to be able to, play in front of your hometown, in front of your home, just family, friends. It was almost like a full circle, type ordeal. And it was awesome to have my mom be able to drive 20 minutes to come watch me play in a major league stadium when she had been there from the very beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was awesome feeling, I bet, for you, man. That was pretty cool. After your baseball career, bro, you started helping the community, you know?
Yes, sir.
Tell them about the Denard Foundation.
Yes, Denard Span Foundation.
Denard Span.
The motivation came from, the way I was brought up, singing the single mother home, and I always told myself, when I got in a position to be able to be a blessing to others, I wanted to, be able to help people that grew up similar to how I grew up, and being in a single mother home, being the youngest child, feeling like I was overlooked, unloved. I know what that feels like, not having a father in the home, and so that's what my foundation is geared towards. We have a transportation program where we help families get into to vehicles and cars, and we have a grocery program, and we're starting an education program where we're going to do a scholarship.
So drop the website and all that stuff.
Yes, DenardSpanFoundation.org, and we're on Instagram at Denard Span Foundation, and Twitter as well, the same thing.
And the dinner you have every year?
Usually,
for the mothers, right?
Yeah. I mean, we didn't do it last year because of COVID.
Yeah.
But last year we did a Zoom meeting, virtual.
But years before that, you had the big dinner at the Tampa
at Steinbrenner Field.
At Steinbrenner Field. Yes. Also, you gave away cars. You give away a car every year, right?
Yeah.
We can't forget about that. He's feeding you and he's giving you a whip. You know what I mean? And also he's helping the community, man, and the kids in the future. So that's what it's mainly all about, man. So I know you just got picked up, hired by the Rays. Can you tell them a little bit more about your position?
Yeah, most definitely. Like I was telling you earlier, it's mainly a hybrid role, where they're going to be using me with the major league ball players as well as the minor league ball players, and just leveraging my experience from just the course of me being a first round draft pick, being in the minor leagues for 6 years, and then playing in the major leagues for 11 years, and just being a resource for the guys, just to try to help them navigate through things off the field and on the field.
Yeah.
And on the flip side of my position as well, the plan is to have me work with every department within the organization, just so that I can learn the ins and outs and try to add value to each department.
Yeah, that sounds good, man. I know you back. It's nothing like probably being back out there on that clay in that field in between them lines.
It's not the same, but it brings back a lot of memories.
It ain't the same, but you're still able to touch the clay if you want to touch it. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Who was your favorite? Just give me 3 of your favorite baseball players that in your career, no matter if they was on the opposing team or on your team. What did they do for you to give you advice to give you adjustment?
Ooh, that's tough right there.
We asked the tough questions over here. I told I was gonna take it easy on him, but I had to hit him with one.
I gotta say, the first name that pops up to my head is Torrey Hunter. He was the big homie, big dog in the organization. When I was in the minor leagues, he was in the major leagues, playing center field, and he was always the guy that I could reach out to, and ask him anything. You know what I mean? Whether it be about family issues or how to navigate through communicating with people within the organization, coaches. I'll always forever be indebted to him for that. Another big homie of mine that he wasn't as big of a player as Torrey Hunter, but he had a pretty good major league career.
Yeah.
And if you're in the game, you know who this is. His name is Darnell McDonald. I'm not sure if you would know him, but he was in AAA with me right before I got up to the major leagues, and he was 4 years older than me. Yeah. Right. And so he had been through everything I had been through as far as being a first round pick. He had been in the minor leagues for a long time. He went from prospect to what they call suspect. And he found himself. I was 23, 24 in AAA. He was 28, 29. And just the way he would just keep it raw with me and just speak confidence in me, but also like try to he would navigate me so that I wouldn't make the same mistakes he made. He was like, bro, when I was your age, like I did this, did that. That's why I'm 28, 29 in AAA. Like, don't do that. Do this. You know what I mean? Like, I know you upset. You should be in the major leagues right now. but screw all that.
It's gonna
you know
come.
what I mean? Just, hey, worry about today. Get your work in today. You know what I mean? And let that take care of itself. And he was in my ear every single day, and I needed that at that time, because that year that I was with him, I didn't make the major league team out of spring training, and I was hurt, I was discouraged, and he was there to exactly, man.
Yeah, but dude, man, like I say, man, I appreciate you taking the time out your busy day to sit down with your brother.
Yes, sir.
Your big bruh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So good to catch up with you, man. We should do this more often.
We should. Hey, you lucky. I know your schedule, but we're gonna get on that water with those two.
Jet skis.
With them you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But the time today is a little short, but I might have to get on the schedule.
Yeah.
And we're gonna fit it in. But I really appreciate you just sitting down and taking the time, and also having your wife invite me into your home. And it's a beautiful home, man, by the way.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, dude, I appreciate you. Please, everybody, please follow my man's foundation, the Dart Span
Foundation. It's on Instagram.
On Instagram, all links, all social media platforms. And make sure you follow the Pepe Experience Podcast. I appreciate you logging in, checking it out, viewing it, and sharing it. We'll talk to you later. And peace out. Thank you.